Hello everyone. So 2 days ago, I interviewed my friend Rafaela about her most memorable experience, and I asked some question like you can see here. So let's get into it, shall we? So basically, Rafaela told me that she had visited the Cirebon Regency before the summer holiday was over back in June till July 2025. She had been admiring the countryside views and infrastructure from the moment she arrived. That is because it's very different from the big cities. The scenery is filled with rice fields and that she can barely see in Tangerang or Jakarta. Not only that, the air had been fresh since Cirebon is far from factories, transportation, and others that could result in pollution. Since the first day, she had stayed at her aunt's house and tried many local foods. It left the strongest impression for her because the dishes are delicious, such as empal gentong, or you know it as beef stew, nasi jamblang, as known as rice wrapped in leaves, and dochang, or a rice cake filled with vegetables. Everything was very cheap in Cirebon, including the ticket movies. She knew it during her stay when she and her family had been going to Jogja Grand Mall, and she noticed the items were quite different from those in Tangerang. Nevertheless, it made her 5-day trip experience even better. By the end of the trip, she had to leave her aunt's house and felt sad that it was over since Cirebon had given her such memorable experiences. Till this day, she still cherishes it even after the trip ends. And after listening to her story, I became interested in visiting Cirebon and hope I can visit soon because I learned so many new things like traditional food and countryside views, which feel very different from where I live. And I realized that every journey can give us memorable experience and make us more grateful. So that's why I believe God allows us to go on journeys so we can glorify Him, discover His greatness, and grow in wisdom and purpose. Lastly, I think every journey helps me grow spiritually and personally, especially when I spend time in nature because it reminds me of His greatness and strengthens my faith because I know and I believe no one can do it except Him or God. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.